You may not know this about me, but every single morning I read all the scam alerts from multiple sources. And I want to do that to always be up to date on what's happening so that when my clients get a phone call or an email or a text message or a pop-up, that I can help them determine, is this really legitimate or not? And I've seen so many things, read about so many things over the years that there's not a lot that surprises me anymore. But there was one that surprised me recently. Jason Zweig of the Wall Street Journal wrote about this fellow by the name of Paul Reagan. He had actually been barred from the securities industry years ago, and he was running a Ponzi scheme. And one of the things that surprised me was that he was actually recording his phone calls with his victims and using those phone calls to train other people to do the same thing. Now, I find that very disheartening that people would do that in the first place, but I want to talk to you in this video about things you can know to protect the millions of dollars that you've saved. Now, as I said a minute ago, Paul Reagan was running a Ponzi scheme. He was guaranteeing 10 to 15% returns, no risk, and as new money came in from new victims, he would use some of that to pay people that he had already taken money from. And when all was said and done, there were about 300 people that had gotten caught up in this scam and 50 million lost. That's a lot of money. But this is not the only story like this, and it happens even to people who are very careful. It's not really a matter of carelessness. It comes down to our human nature. We want to trust people. We want to believe that if our bank is calling us, that is really a bank person on the other end of the line, and we can trust them, and they have our best interest in mind, and we can follow through on what they're suggesting. And so it comes down to that trust being exploited. We also want to get the best deals. We want to be able to save the most money, or when it comes to our investments, to be able to earn the most that we can possibly earn with the least amount of risk. And so bottom line, these scammers are using that human nature against us. So I want to talk about what you can do to protect yourself from that happening. I want to run through 7 things that you can do. Number 1, always check the licensing of the person that you're talking to. Don't just check it based on the website that they set up or the brochure that they sent you. Paul Reagan claimed to have even the approval of the SEC. It might be a few extra minutes in the process, but it could prevent you from accidentally doing business with somebody who is not who they say that they are. Second, always be suspicious of anything that is a guaranteed return. You want to double check that is an actual guaranteed return from a real company. Generally speaking, if the return seems too good to be true, it's not real. Number 3, you want to slow down if there's any sense of urgency. An actual company that you're doing business with is not going to pressure you to move fast. They're going to give you time to get the facts and get the details that you need and take the action that you need. They're not going to say you've got to do it within the next couple of minutes. That is another indication of a scam. Number 4, do not respond directly to text messages or phone calls. Do not. Just let that go to voicemail if it's not in your number, or if it looks like it's your bank and you answer it and they start asking you for your personal information, hang up, call the company back from the number that you know is their actual real number. Go to the official website, double check you're on the official website, not a fake website, get the real number, or find the number on your statements, find the number on the back of your credit card. Make sure that you're talking to the real company. And if it is the real company, then they are going to appreciate that you are taking this extra step. They're not going to have a problem with that. But in that process, be very careful not to get tricked. I've heard of a gentleman who called back because he had gotten a call about being scammed. The people at the bank didn't know anything about it. Then he got an incoming call from this same person that had scammed him. And the way that it all happened, he thought it was the real thing. Now, you want to call in and make sure that in that phone call where you have called in, that you get to the person that you need to get to, that you're not giving out information on an incoming call. Number 5, get a second opinion from somebody that doesn't have a financial stake in it. Talk to your financial advisor. Maybe talk to your kids. Talk to somebody that is not on the account, doesn't have a financial stake in it, and can give that opinion as to whether this is a scam. Number 6, watch how these scams travel through different communities. Because if a scammer can make headway into a group that has a lot of trust in each other, then once they've got the trust of that first person, they can more easily get the trust of everybody else after that. So you still want to do your due diligence. Your pickleball friend or your church friend or your past work colleague has given you the name of somebody, you still want to check out their credentials online so that you know that you're not dealing with somebody that is a scammer. And then number 7, build a financial fortress around your financial life. The things that I always encourage my clients to do. And if you're a client watching this, you know that this is true. I hope you've done all of these. And if you're not a client, I encourage you to do these today. Number 1, get a private email for all of your financial accounts. Number 2, get an identity protection pin with the IRS. That way no one can use your Social Security number to file a tax return. Number 3, freeze your debit card. I don't use a debit card, but a debit card doesn't have the same protections as a credit card. So I encourage you, don't use your debit card, use a credit card, because that has a lot more protection if you did actually get scammed or somebody did get your credit card number. And last but not least, freeze your credit at all 3 credit bureaus. That prevents anybody from using your Social Security number to open accounts in your name. It's easy to do. You can do it online, or you can call in and freeze your credit. And then if you ever need to use your credit, very easy to unfreeze it and then freeze it back. That is one of the very best protections that you can have on protecting your financial life. Now, I encourage you, if you haven't done all of those things yet, get those things taken care of today. And make sure that anytime you get anything that's a little bit fishy, know who you're going to call to say, does this look right? Or is this a scam? If I'm your financial advisor, call me. If you have a different financial advisor, call your financial advisor. But together, let's make sure that these scammers cannot get your money. And if there's anybody in your life that could benefit from this information, I encourage you, please share it with them so that they know how they can protect their money. I want you and your family to be on your best path.